Welcome back to Wittenberg Academy's Elementary Latin. Our book is Minimus. We are in chapter 9, which is on page 53. Who's who? Julius has been asking his father more about the Roman army. Julius is just really fascinated with government thuggery. Some of the soldiers wear special uniforms and he wants to know why. Well, words to help. Down at the bottom here are our vocab words for today. Signifer.
Signifer.
It's a standard bearer. Auxilifer.
Auxilifer.
Is the flag bearer. Cornican.
Cornican.
Is the horn player. And the Cantario.
Cantario.
Excuse me, Centurio.
Cantario.
He's the centurion. All right. Quis est.
Who's est?
What does that mean?
Who?
Who is it? Very good. Quid est is what is it. Quis est is who is it. Signifer est.
Signifer est.
That means
He is the standard bearer.
he's the standard bearer. You see he's wearing a wolf around his head and he's carrying the standard. Quis est.
Who's est?
Auxilifer est.
Auxilifer est.
What does that mean?
Flag bearer. He is the flag bearer.
He's the flag bearer. Very good. Quis est.
Quis est?
Cornican est.
Cornican est.
Which means
He is the horn player.
quite. Quis est.
Who's est?
Centurio est.
Canturio est.
Right, the centurion is the sergeant major. Page 54. Who does what? The signifer carries the standard, a sign or an emblem, identifying his part of the legion. The standard is carried into battle in front of the soldiers. He is also in charge of the men's savings. The auxilifer carries a flag made of brightly colored silk. Perhaps his flag has been supplied by Barates, whom we met in chapter 6. The Cornican's horn plays an important part in the fort's daily routine, signaling when duties begin and end, as well as sounding alarms. The Centurio, whom we met in chapter 7, commands a troop of about 80 men. How soon can I join? To a 13-year-old boy, a soldier's life sounds very exciting, because 13-year-olds are by nature fools. Julius wants to join the Roman army as soon as possible. He wants to travel and see the world, and he thinks it will be a great honor to belong to the Roman army, stamp on people and steal their stuff. Flavius tells him that it is very unusual for a young man to join up before he is 18. How long will Julius have to wait before he can join up? Well, that's some difficult math, Minimus. Flavius also tells Julius that he will have to have a medical checkup first to make sure that he is fit. He can expect to be in the army for at least 20 years. The Roman army is very interesting. Are they going to mention this? No, you're not allowed to be married while you're in the army. And they progressively lower the number of years you had to be in before you got to retire. He will be paid. He'll have to buy his food and some of his equipment out of his pay. He'll have to promise to be loyal to the Roman emperor. Of course, it includes sacrificing to the genius, the Ganius of the Roman emperor, which is what the Christians got in trouble for not doing. He could be sent anywhere in the Roman Empire and may have to be away from his home country for a long time. When he marches, he will wear his heavy armor and carry his own food, cooking pots, and an axe for chopping wood. At the end of each day's marching, he will have to help set up the camp. He must always obey the orders of the Centurio and will be severely punished if he is lazy or doesn't do what he's told. So that's why the Centurion always carries a stick. Quite. Imagine you were Julius. Imagine it. Now that you have listened to Flavius, are you still so eager to join the Roman army?
No.
What would you like best about being in the army? Nothing.
Yeah.
What might be the problems?
We're going to steal people's stuff?
Talk about this with a partner. Well, we just did. We write 2 lists. You don't have to do that. We're learning Latin. Roman report. More socks, please. Most of the soldiers at Wittenberg came from the Netherlands. Of course, they weren't really Netherlandish. The Dutch, that is. The Dutch of today are, an ancient Germanic tribe who eventually moved to what today we call the Netherlands or the Low Country. At this time, people from the Netherlands actually would have been Romanized Celts, like in this book, like Candidus. But some of them went even further away, from hot countries. They must have found the winter weather at Wittenberg very cold. One soldier wrote home to ask for some more clothes. Here is the reply he received from his mother. I have sent you some pairs of socks, 2 pairs of sandals, and 2 pairs of underpants. The ballista. Julius and Flavius walk round the camp and see some soldiers practicing with a ballista, a huge catapult that fires stone balls. The soldiers are using wooden balls for target practice. Julius thinks the ballista must be a very frightening weapon when the soldiers use it in a real battle against the enemy. He asks the soldiers if he can try to fire it, but he is not big enough to pull back the strong spring. Well, no fooling, it took like a lot of people to pull back this, and it's not even a spring, it's a series of ropes. Goodness. All right, that's it for the first part of chapter 9.